which is a descent. It's flat, and they'll be in the parking lot. So Phil is on Church Street. All right, just to get tuned up for Phil, because we want to mob this finish shoot when Phil comes in. But let's practice our cheering for Jim Trout again. Jim Trout, woo! And I think for Jim Trout's lovely spouse, she needs a cheer. So Phil Fox has quite the resume. He's won the Natchez Trace 444 twice. He recently set a record for riding around Lake Michigan. And he is now in the parking lot. So let's all get over to the finish shoot and cheer in Phil Fox. Phil did a virtual race across the West in COVID year. And it has been his dream to get out here and race RAAM for quite a while. All right, I can hear the horns. Phil is on his way in. He's coming close. All right, there must be some traffic in the parking lot. I know he's right there. All right, flags are waving. There's some cheers. There we go. From Chicago, Illinois, here comes Phil Fox. 2022 Rookie of the Year. "11 days, 5 hours, 33 minutes. Oh, let's get a little louder for Phil Fox. The question that had to be asked. What does the fox say? I think he says, "I'm tired." Thank you all. No bubbly down there. No champagne in that area. Phil Fox, everybody! And here's Rick Bothling with your well-earned medal. And if we could have Phil's crew come on up. Thank you. That's my bag. If you all would wait right here. Rick Bothling is here with another award for Mr. Fox, who is the 2022 Rookie of the Year. So, Phil, is this a rookie crew, too? All right, so everybody got it. Mr. Fox, let's have a chat. I have really been looking forward to this.
It's been a long time coming, George.
So I remember meeting you the first time. You're out at the 444, and Phil comes up and he's like, you know, my dad's here to support me, and he's just going to go time station to time station. I'm going to ride it. And I was like, wow, well, okay. And Phil ends up winning. So, and then he comes back again, and he wins again. But the last time I really saw you in person out at a cycling event, you were flat on your back at the finish going, never again. So what changed?
I think I'm like that after every race. But I don't know. All roads have led to RAAM since meeting you in 2018, George. You're the one that planted this seed in my head that this was even remotely possible. And I owe this to you.
I'll take that as a good thing.
I don't know if everyone will agree, but I meant it as a good thing.
So I remember covering you when you did virtual Raw back in 2020. You had really been working with that as a goal. You wanted to race across the West as really a stepping stone for RAAM, and that was brutal. You did that. What were kind of your feelings after experiencing virtual Raw?
Well, that was a whirlwind of emotions. There's actually a couple of people here that were in V-Raw. Georgie was a top 10 finisher in Raw, and Simon Potter, who raced this year, you know, he took the crown. I took second, and that was the first time I really thought that this would be possible. But yeah, we were supposed to do Raw in 2020. We were supposed to do Raw again last year.
And what happened in 2021?
2021, we set the world record around Lake Michigan. We dedicated that to Bike MS, and we were the largest fundraiser in the state of Illinois. But yeah, we did Lake Michigan, which is almost the same distance as Raw. Granted, there's no deserts, there's no mountains. It's pretty flat. But we did 920 miles in 64 hours. And there were travel restrictions, so our crew chief, Phil Parker, couldn't get across the border from Canada. So we wanted to keep it local, and the rest of the crew basically used RAAM rules to practice our protocols. So it's basically been 3 years of working towards RAAM without doing the real Raw or seeing the RAAM race course in its proper environment.
It's really entirety, too, because you had a really supportive environment from work. You got out, I think you rode the RAAM route in sections, correct? Like 3 different sections?
Correct. So I reconned everything that I saw the past, I don't know, 48 hours? It's a little foggy at the moment. I reconned Illinois to Ohio a few weeks ago. I visited you in Boulder and then drove back from Boulder. Not that understanding what Kansas looks like really made a difference since it all looks pretty much the exact same. But yeah, I actually had no experience with the raw course. So I've never seen the Borrego Desert. I've never seen Wolf Creek Pass. Frankly, I still haven't, because we did that at 3 in the morning in the rain, which is one of the absolute scariest things you can take on.
So what were your goals coming in here? I mean, you got Rookie of the Year, you got top 5, you got second American, first American in the 18 to 49 age group. I'm hoping you're satisfied with what you achieved this year, but that it's not enough and we'll have you back.
I mean, huge credit to Jim for pulling off the fastest American. I mean, we were in the lead almost the entirety of the event. And I think he and I were both watching each other over the past 3 days. And we went into a war of attrition, and he was the better man this time. So hopefully there's a rematch. But yeah, we came in with lofty goals. We thought we had a chance at a podium as a dark horse candidate. We took 5th. We're really happy about that. I think the biggest disappointment I have is I really wanted to just go head-to-head with Simon Potter.
Simon, I actually had a really good discussion with Simon yesterday. He said he had a very emotional meetup with you along the route after he had to withdraw. He said that really meant a lot to him.
Did he give you the context of that conversation?
He did not. Oh, actually, yes, he did. And I'm not going to bring it up. You may feel free to. It sounds like you were exposing a part of your body that most of us would never see.
So I was in a McDonald's bathroom, and there's a knock at the door. And someone's here to see you. I'm like, am I in trouble? We're going through our saddle sore protocol, trying to get everything cleaned up to get back on the bike. And then Simon Potter walks into the handicap stall in a McDonald's bathroom, and we both just, hug and embrace. I know how much he worked to get to RAAM this year, just as I did. And he started a minute before me in this race, and I couldn't effing catch him. I couldn't catch him for 1,500 miles. And I finally started closing the gap, and I passed him in the dead of night. He was actually in his trailer sleeping. I didn't realize he was having medical issues, and he dropped out, later the next day. So that was the first time I got to interact with him on the road. So it was a very emotional meeting between Simon and myself.
Where did you have some of your biggest self-doubts along the way? Because, RAAM can just rip you up, really have you see yourself like you've never seen yourself, and be pretty emotional at times.
It takes so much to do this race, not just financially, emotionally, physically. It takes a tax on your family, your work. It touches everything, right? And you think it's 2 weeks? Shit, that's 5 years. Some people it's 10 years. It's an obsession. And even with all of that going into it, you look at the roster of all the talented people that toe the line, 50% make it? Even the best of the best don't make it all the time. So you're basically betting the farm that it's going to work. And that's basically how I treated this the entire time. No matter what, this has to work. So, we tried to prepare for every single thing we could think of, knowing that nothing was going to go to plan, and we needed to be agile and flexible and pliable to ensure that we could maximize our chances. And my team, my crew, my family, my colleagues, all pitched in huge ways to make sure that we were able to cross that finish today.
So it sounds like the crew really came together for you. You interacted really well. I know it's always a goal to finish safe, but again, Rookie of the Year, top 5, really phenomenal performance, Phil.
Huge credit to, again, family, crew, all the supporters. This is an individual sport, but it is absolutely a team endeavor. And I share this with all of you guys.
Thank you all for sticking around to watch Phil. Let's give him a really, really, really big welcome to Annapolis. He earned it.